What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Financial Wolf channel. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing how you guys can avoid losing money when phone flipping. The first way to avoid losing money when phone flipping is to focus on buying your devices at a low price. So this is a very common mistake, especially among beginners, and it's a pretty obvious thing to do. Like, you want to focus on buying your phones at a low price, which is pretty obvious. But if you do not know how to appraise a phone properly, you will end up buying it at too high of a price and you will end up losing money. So the way I appraise phones is I will look up the phone, the type of phone it is, the amount of gigabytes it has, and the carrier it is. So even if it's financed, I might not know until I meet them in person, because I usually don't check the IMEI until I'm actually meeting them in person, unless I know the person is driving from far away, because I don't want to lowball them when they get there. But if they're only driving like 5 minutes, I really don't feel bad about renegotiating because of the IMEI. So the things you want to get is you want to get the type of phone it is, the amount of gigabytes it has, and what carrier it is for. And you take that information and plug it into eBay.com and go to sold listings. And there you will see what these phones are selling for on the platform. Even if you are reselling locally, you still want to look at eBay for just a basis. Like, you want to know about how much you can sell it for locally, because eBay prices are pretty similar to prices across the board. So guys, a good key to make sure you're buying low is you want to make sure that you're making at least $50 on the phone that you're buying. You want to make at least $50 unless you're meeting a person like right by your house and it's like a $20, $30 profit and you don't mind just walking like 5 minutes over there, picking up the phone, going back home and listing it. If you feel it's worth your time and you take the $20 profit, then go ahead. Sometimes I do that too, but just to be safe, I would recommend doing at least a $50 profit in case you can't sell the phone for the price you thought you could sell it for. You'll still have a good buffer that you can probably still pull a profit out of it. So the second way to avoid losing money when you go out to flip phones is to check the item that you are buying very thoroughly. And this mainly goes back to the IMEI. Make sure you are using a reliable platform to check the IMEI. Do not use a platform like Swappa.com. I do not recommend it. It is often inaccurate. I've had so many problems with it, and I know so many people that have had problems with Swappa.com. Do not use Swappa. Use a platform like IMEI Pro or use SICKW. I recommend SICKW. I've had very minimal problems with it. I don't think I've actually had a single problem with SICKW. I've had very minimal problems with IMEI Pro. SICKW is paid, but it is 100% accurate, and it is like 10 cents per IMEI check, so you won't have a problem with using SICKW, because I'm sure you guys can afford it, because you'll be making $100 to $50 every single flip. And of course, after you check the IMEI, and let's say it is financed, you want to renegotiate the price. Look it up on your phone on eBay and just see what the financed, let's say, iPhone X's are selling for, and then go that much lower with the price that you'll still make a decent profit on it. So renegotiate everything. If the phone ends up being financed, reappraise the device, make sure everything's good. You don't want to end up losing money because it turns out to be financed and the value didn't really change in your head, even though it does significantly change if the phone is financed compared to it not being financed. When inspecting a phone in person, you also want to make sure that the iCloud is fully removed. If there is an iCloud attached to an account, and you can see that by just simply going to the settings and seeing if the sign in button is not there. If the sign in button is not there and it has some sort of email address or username listed there, that means the person is still signed into the iCloud. All you need to do is ask the person to remove it, or simply factory reset the phone and ask the person to type in the valid passcode. If they don't know it, then the phone is iCloud locked, and simply do not buy it. Some other things you want to check for when purchasing a phone to resell is you want to make sure that the speakers work. If the speakers don't work, don't even buy the phone. Don't worry about it, because they're impossible to sell on eBay. I've made that mistake in the past. I've tried to sell a broken speaker iPhone 6, never sold. I lost a ton of money on it. I don't even remember what I paid for it. I think it was some ridiculous amount, like $80, and that's not even what I buy an iPhone 6 for. So I made a lot of mistakes in the past with not checking phones thoroughly and like losing money on them. So another thing you want to check for is the power button. You want to make sure that all the button controls work. You want to make sure that the power button, the home button, and the volume up and down button work. If they do not work, don't buy the phone. It's not worth it because you probably don't know how to fix it. If you do know how to fix it yourself, then, and you can do that strategically, go ahead and do it. But if you're a beginner or you're someone like me that doesn't know how to fix that stuff, I wouldn't buy it because you have no idea how much a repair is going to cost on something like that. So the third and final way to avoid losing money when you are flipping phones is to account for your fees. If you are selling locally, you do not have to worry about any fees at all, and that is what I recommend if you are first getting started phone flipping. You can buy a phone and sell it and not worry about any added fees or anything like that, so you don't have to add anything in your calculations when calculating your profit. But if you are a little bit more experienced and you're getting started selling on a platform like eBay or Mercari, I do suggest that you account for fees. You pretty much have to do that, or else you might lose money and you won't even know. So every single month, eBay will charge you a 10% fee, and it will be set on a certain day. For me, of the 15th of every single month, I pay $500 to $600 to eBay. They take 10% of all the sales I do, not profit, but the sales I have. They don't care about how much profit you're making, because you can obviously lie about that, and it's not really good because they take 10% of your sales and they don't care about how much profit you're making. And if PayPal takes a 3% fee out of all of the sales that go through it. So let's say you get a payment from eBay for like $100, PayPal takes $3 out of that. If you are selling on a platform like Mercari, they charge a flat 10% fee. They don't have any payment processor that you go through, so you don't have to worry about any payment processing fee like you do with eBay. So Mercari takes a 10% flat fee, and that comes right out of the amount that you get paid. So let's say you get paid $1,000, Mercari takes $100 out of that. So in summary, to avoid losing money when you are phone flipping, you want to focus on buying your items at a low price. It's not fun to lose money because you bought a phone at too high of a price and you weren't even able to sell it for the amount you bought it at. So the second way to avoid losing money is you want to thoroughly inspect the items that you are buying. You don't want to lose money because the phone ended up having a broken home button, and that is something you could easily check. So this is a mistake a lot of beginners make as well. You want to make sure that everything is in order. You want to check all of the buttons on the display. You want to make sure the screen doesn't have any dead spots or anything like that. And you want to make sure the IMEI is clean. You want to make sure the IMEI is clean because the phones are worth a lot less if the IMEI does go bad. So check the IMEI on a reliable platform like SICKW or IMEI Pro. And if the IMEI is bad, you want to renegotiate and still buy the phone, but just offer a little bit less for it if you are selling on eBay. But if you are selling locally, don't even buy a bad ESN phone because they're very hard to sell. And guys, of course, the third and final way to avoid losing money when you are buying a phone to resell is you want to account for seller fees. You want to account for that 13% eBay and PayPal fee, and you also want to account for that 10% Mercari fee. But if you are selling locally, you don't even have to worry about this because there are no seller fees. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of it. I know I've mentioned some of the tips I said in today's video in past videos, but I just wanted to make a video for those of you guys that might be losing money in this industry and you are wondering, hey, why am I losing money? So this is a video that you guys can come to and you'll probably figure out through this video why you are losing money. It's probably one of the things I mentioned, whether it's because you're buying phones at too high of a price, you're not inspecting them properly, or you are not accounting for eBay fees. Before today's video ends, I do want to go over some channel updates. I want to update you guys on a few things regarding the channel. So I know I've mentioned in the past that I'm going to be doing a live stream every Friday from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Central Time. I've been missing that quite frequently lately. I've missed it the past 2 weeks. I've only made it the first week I ever made it up. I thought, oh, I'm going to live stream this Friday. Fridays, I'm going to be doing that every time. But now I'm going to move that live stream from Thursday. It's going to be the same time, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Every single Thursday, I'm going to be making a Wolf Live. And I'm going to be live streaming for you guys, answering some questions regarding the finance, phone flipping, or investing in stock market or real estate ventures. The second update I have for you guys regarding the channel is with my upload schedule. So I know I mentioned in the past that I'm going to be uploading every single 3 days. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to do that as much because of school. I've been really busy with that. So I'm going to be changing it up a little bit. Every Sunday and Wednesday, a video is going to come out. That will really fit with my schedule better. So on set days, Sunday through Wednesday, it'll be different times of the day. But every Sunday and Wednesday, do expect a video from me. And on Thursdays, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be live streaming. So you're going to see 3 pieces of content from the Financial Wolf every single week. So everyone, the third and final update I have for you guys is more of a question. It's kind of about what kind of content do you all want to see. I've made a lot of these sit-down, educational, phone flipping, or finance-related videos. I'm kind of getting sick of them. I've made a lot of them, and they're kind of the same thing. Like, as I was filming today's video, I was like, I've kind of mentioned all these tips in past videos, so you guys can just go back and watch them later. Or if you guys are just getting started out, you guys can watch my old videos. And this video was kind of unnecessary, so now that I filmed it, I feel kind of bad, but I'm still going to upload it for you guys because I want to know what kind of content do you want to see. Because in the future, I'm thinking about maybe doing some sort of vlog where I'll be filming like my phone pickups, or like I'll film a phone pickup and then I'll come home and talk for you guys like this and talk about how my profit is going and talk about some of your guys' questions for me. So I'm going to be doing maybe more of a vlog format. I'm going to be moving out of this room in my videos. I'll be like outside a little bit, you know, kind of switching the content up a little bit. So it's going to be more of a vlog / educational video kind of thing instead of just a sit down educational finance or phone flipping related video every single time. So with that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope at the end the rant wasn't too boring for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because we are getting so close to the first 500 subscribers to my YouTube channel.